This is our structure, substructure, similarity searching, including formula and weight searching. There's a lot of capability here to cover. Parts of it have been integrated into each of the other systems through the search module. So I've already shown that when you do a search, you have the ability to search by structure here, substructure, similarity. So that capability is shown across the modules. But here we have a little more expansive capability in terms of filtering, etc. So let's start with something like PFOS. I want to find PFOS. Okay, so what I've pulled back here is a chemical. We know it has a DTXS ID. Not a surprise because we're pulling it directly from the dashboard. We can also clear the canvas and simply start drawing a chemical. So if I don't have a CAS number and a name in the dashboard, I have no way of doing a structure search really. But here what you'll see is as I search, the search is performing in real time. So that's benzene, toluene, you can see toluene, the DTXS ID, ethylbenzene, propylbenzene, sec-butylbenzene, and you can see this linkage directly here. So it loads directly into the dashboard. What I can also do is go a little further, and let me pull back perfluorooctane sulfonic acid again. I'm going to now prune this. So this is perfluorooctane only. There's a hydrogen here. Anywhere where there is a potential to substitute to replace the hydrogen, then I can do that substructure search. So I'm now doing a search based on that fluorooctane. And we have 1,529 records. You can see the highlighted C8 fluorinated chain. This is hyperlinked directly into the dashboard. So any substructural search that gives a result, I can click and it will take me into the dashboard and load the chemical. So that was a substructure search to get me a chemical that is on the dashboard. Now what we can do here is we can start to prune this. So I'm switching off the multi-component filter. I'm going to reset all of these filters. So how many chemicals in total do we have? 1,809. So I want to see only the isotopically labeled chemicals. Click it once, removes them. Click it again, shows only the isotopically labeled chemicals. And you can see here the C13 labeled chemicals, and this is C13 again. This might be some different labeling. They're all different levels of C13. This is deuterium labeled right here. So these filters here are very useful for filtering in and out chemicals of interest. So this is 1,809 records. I want to remove salts, remove multi-component chemicals, remove isotopically labeled chemicals, and it brings us down to a subset of 1,339. I can export that set of results directly into an Excel file. So it's now downloading based on a substructure search the list of 1,329 chemicals, and there we are. So that's a very, very fast way of accessing substructural information. What we also see here is that we have got these sorted based on toxicity. So toxicity searching right here. And as we hover over, you can see essentially a hazard profile view that we see in the hazard module. And you can see predicted values from test. You can see authoritative values from reach, etc., etc. So if I want to download this data set into an SD file, so now it's going to download 1,339 chemicals into an SD file directly from the application. It pulls these down in a version 2000 SD file, and I can view these at the desktop. So this is using our standard structure viewing tool. And right there, and I can view in tile mode. So there's our 1,339 chemicals, excuse me. So that's viewed directly at the desktop, and it pulls back the DTX CID names, casts, etc., etc. All built, ready to go directly in this module. There's a whole lot more we can do here in terms of similarity searching. So I can find a chemical. So let me reset this, pull back, I'll clear the canvas, pull back atrazine as an example, set a similarity value of 0.85, do a search, and it pulled back 30 records. Only some of them have got toxicity data available. I'm going to clear the filter, and you can see we've got isotopically labeled deuterium C13, so I'm going to remove those. There's a set of chemicals, and now I can transfer those over to the hazard module. There's our 34 chemicals, and now I'm going to run a hazard profile on those chemicals. And then we get to see the usual information that we would expect from the hazard module. So there's a lot of capabilities built in here also for searching on formula, all types of complex formulae where we can do ranges of different elements, include elements, exclude elements, etc. We can filter based on available toxicity information, authoritative data, screening data, etc. All built into this search module. A full in-depth view of this would probably take 30 minutes.